All right, so this says that we should implement a function named factorial that has one parameter, and that parameter is n. It must return the value of n factorial. So the input is the n that they will give you, and this is the constraint. It will be less than or equals to 10. So the function must return the n factorial, which means if they give you 4, 4 factorial is 24. And this is the breakdown of how to get it. All right. So we are going to solve this two different ways. I will solve it first, the method which we have discussed in class. Okay. After that, then I will solve it using recursion. So recursive function. We have not discussed recursion, so I'm just going to use this to explain that. Okay. So the name of the function should be factorial. So remember, you must follow their instruction so that they can be able to call your function. So factorial. All right. And they are going to pass us the n, which is the number. So we need to return the n factorial. So looking at this, you know that it starts from 4, goes down until 1. We can easily use loop to do this one. Any of the loop will work, either while loop, do while, or for. You just need to iterate between this range, okay? So if we have, say, the total here to be 0, we can use 4 to solve this. I equals to our n, okay? We want to start from the number they give to us. We want, while I is greater than 1, we want to keep subtracting from I. So for every loop, we want to times the I with our total. Okay, so make sure your total starts from 1. If not, you are going to get 0, 0, 0. All right. So if we run this and return our total, you are going to get your factorial. You see? Our test passed. So now let us solve the same problem using recursion. Now, what is a recursion? When we say something is recursive, it simply means a function that is calling itself. Okay. So let's say we have this function, factorial. Factorial. So we have this function factorial, and it's going to give us n, right? So how do we make recursion? Recursion is that you have a function, and within the function, you invoked the function itself. All right. So we are going to do, it's just when you do a recursion, it's just like a loop. Because when you call this function within this function like this, n, is going to is going to also call itself again and again. Remember, because this is a factorial, we are calling factorial here. This factorial that you call will also call another factorial inside of it, and it will keep going like that. So it's going to be like a loop at the same time. So just the same way as it is in a loop, you need to learn how to terminate your recursive function so that it doesn't go to an infinite loop. So there must be a condition whereby you will terminate the recursion. So I'm going to say if n equals to 1, if n equals to 1, return 1. We are going to do something like our total const total equals to n times factorial n. Okay. Then we want to return total. This is in an if condition. So if this condition is not met, this run will not be executed. So it will keep coming down here and returning total. It will keep coming down here until n is 1, okay? Now, here, we are going to enter infinite loop the way this code is written right now, because this is supposed to be -1. Remember that for every loop, we are going down. So it starts from 4, it goes to 3, it goes to 2. So it must to subtract n minus 1 in the next factorial call. So it will keep calling itself with -1 until it is 1. Once it is 1, it's going to return this. All right. So with this, it's pretty much the same with this. It's going to do the same thing. All right. So let's run this code and see if we still pass the test. You see? Let's submit this.